Good evening, good afternoon, good morning to all those in social media land. This is your man, Juan J. Johnson, coming to you live on all your social media platforms. That would include Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, Instagram, you name it, coming to you live. We're going to talk about a topic today that's in the description, which is the 5 basic gun rules for safety. Every gun owner, every responsible gun owner should know the 5 basic gun rules for safety. Now, there are 3 in other places, but I'm going to give you 5. I'm going to give you 5, especially if you are a new gun owner. You need to know these 5 rules for gun safety. Before we go into the rules, let's get some preliminaries out of the way. I need you to go to lwftraining.com. That's lwftraining.com for all your firearms needs. LWF is the acronym for Lone Wolf Firearms Training. Lone Wolf Firearms Training. When you go to the site, lwftraining.com, you will see Maryland Wear and Carry. You will see Maryland HQL. You will see an intro to firearms. You'll also see private firearms instructions. And then you'll also see tactical laser training. And you will also see where we will assist in properly transferring your weapons from you to the company for educational purposes. A lot of people out here in these streets don't want a gun. You've inherited guns. You don't believe a gun should be a part of your life, so you don't even want the gun. You have no need for it. That's when you will call us, not the police, but you will call Lone Wolf Firearms Training, or you call lwftraining.com, leave a note, leave a message, and we will come and properly, with paperwork, transfer your firearm to the company for educational purposes. So with that said, again, go to lwftraining.com. You can get your private firearm instructor. You can get your HQL, which is a handgun qualification license, and you can get your wear and carry. Okay, family. With that said, so with those preliminaries out the way, let's get straight to the topic. The 5 basic gun rules for safety. Not so much basic, but these are the gun rules that every responsible firearms owner and user should be practicing and they should know. If you purchase a gun, a shotgun, a handgun, or even a rifle, you should know these rules. Rules number 1, you must treat every firearm like it's loaded, no matter what gun you come across. Whether you find it on the streets, whether you find one in your house, whether you're on the range, whether you're having some type of instructions, I need you to treat every weapon, every firearm in your possession that you come across as though it is loaded, especially the revolvers, and I would say the semi-automatics. Again, unless you know or you are trained and you know that the gun is not loaded, I need you to treat every gun, every weapon that you come across as though it is loaded. Number 2, I need you to point the gun in a safe direction. Make sure, whether you're on the range, whether you're in some type of training, whether you pick up the gun off the street, whether you're in your house, point the gun. Make sure the gun is pointing in a safe direction. What is a safe direction? A safe direction is not having a gun pointed at people, at things. Make sure your gun is not pointed at people. That's the safe direction. You do not want that gun to accidentally go off and shoot, because once that round leaves that barrel, it's no coming back. It's going somewhere. Number three, number three, I need you to keep your finger off the trigger until you are ready to shoot. Keep your finger off the trigger until you are ready to shoot. What does that mean? That means when you're on the range, or when you're out at a target practice, or whether you maybe do some type of simulation in the classroom setting, keep your finger off the trigger. It is common for people that when they pick up a gun, they are always putting their finger inside the trigger. I need you to not put your finger on the trigger. As a matter of fact, let me go get one of the guns. Let me get the practice gun. Let's get the practice gun. I need you to. Again, this is a laser gun right here, family. This is a holster. This gun does not shoot real bullets. This is a laser. Okay, still has the functionality of the real gun. But normally, what people do is they pick up the gun and they immediately put their finger inside the trigger. I don't want you to do that. I need you to, when you pick your gun up, put your gun right there. Put your finger on the frame. That's where you should have your gun. That's where you should have your finger rested every time you pick your gun up. Pick it up and put it on the frame. That way you can lay it down. You lay it down. Do not get out of the habit, family, of putting your finger inside and touching that trigger, because you may have an accidental shooting, and you don't want to shoot somebody, especially when you're on those ranges, whether you're on the outside or indoor range, and you have somebody to your left or somebody to your right, and what you do, you pick it up, and anything can cause you to shoot this person or pull that trigger. Okay, so that is rule number 3. Always keep your finger off the trigger until you are ready to shoot someone or something. Number 4, know your target and what's beyond your target. Why is that important? It's one thing to be able to say, I am shooting center mass, okay? But then if you miss, that round is still going somewhere. So it's not enough for you to know your target, know what's beyond your target. Because once you take the shot, you cannot ask for that round to come back. It's gone. It's going somewhere. It's going to lodge in a person, a place, or a thing. When I say a place, it's going. If you shoot up, it's coming down. It's going to be in a tree, a car, a door, or wood, but it's going to be lodged in something. Okay? And then number 5, when you store your gun unloaded and inaccessible to anyone other than yourself. Okay? It is not enough for you to just store your gun safely, but store your gun safely and unloaded and inaccessible to anybody else. Okay? Why is that important? Because if somebody gets a hold of your loaded gun that should be unloaded and they shoot someone, they're coming after you. You're going to be responsible for not properly storing an unloaded gun and not making it inaccessible to other people. And that's so important, fam, because a lot of people, they will put their guns under the mattress, under the pillow, in a little drawer by the bed, and they will forget that that gun is not properly stored. They will forget. They may have to run out the house or go to the store. If they got family or friends or loved ones to come over to the house, they will find that gun when you least expect it. And guess what? 9 times out of 10, you just may have an accidental discharge where they may shoot themselves or shoot somebody, all because you did not do that 5 rule, which was store your gun safely, unloaded, and inaccessible to anybody other than yourself. So again, that is your 5 gun rules for safety. Number 1, treat each weapon, each gun like it's loaded. Number 2, point your gun in a safe direction. Number 3, keep your finger off the trigger until it's time to shoot. Number 4, know your target and what's beyond your target. And number 5, store your gun safely, unloaded, and inaccessible to anybody than yourself. These are the 5 basic gun rules that every gun owner should know. You should know them like the like you brush your teeth. You should know them like you know the days of the week. Look here, these guns that we have in our possession, that we own, you should be exploring, reading up on your gun, or even going to YouTube and just pull up a video, type in your gun, the make, the model, and trust me, on YouTube, in the gun community, which is a very responsible community, there are thousands of videos about your gun, about cleaning your gun, about handling your gun, about your gun accuracy, about what bullets the guns take. There are thousands of responsible gun owners who've taken time out their day to basically break down their guns, uh, uh, where you can maybe add to the gun, reassemble the gun, assemble the gun, or go into the rounds, the best rounds for your gun. Trust me, some of your most uh, faithful, solid information comes from the YouTube streets. Okay? Again, with that said, not going to hold you too much longer. I need you to be responsible gun owners. I need you to understand that when you go to these ranges with your family, with your friends, I need you to practice and know the 5 basic gun rules like you know how to pledge allegiance to the flag. Okay? It's just that serious. Again, I'll say it for the last time, then I'm out. Number 1, you treat every gun, every weapon like it is loaded. Every one of them. Number 2, you make sure you point that gun in the safe direction, which is not in front of people. Number 3, you keep your finger off this trigger until you are ready to take that shot. Okay? Number 4, know your target and what's beyond your target. Okay? It is not enough for you to know what you want to hit. You must also know if you miss, you could hit something else or somebody else. Again, you cannot take that round back once it's been discharged. And number 5, I need you to store your gun safely and inaccessible and unloaded to everybody other than yourself. With that said, this is Lone Wolf Firearms coming at you live. I need you to go to lwftraining.com and sign up for a course. I need you to be about the business of getting very comfortable and getting familiar with your guns. Don't treat your gun like you treat your groceries, where you will take it out the bag and put it up on the shelf and you don't go back and get it until you get hungry. No, I need you to take that gun out. I need you to look at it. I need you to hold it. I need you to make it safe. I need you to learn your gun. Learn your gun. If you pay $200, $300, $400 or more or $500 for your gun, you need to learn your gun. You need to learn your gun. And not just learn your gun. You need to go to the range and do some shooting. Don't just purchase these guns and then leave them on a shelf. No, learn your gun, embrace your gun, embrace the 5 gun basic rules for safety, and go to the range and have some fun. Okay. With that said, I want to thank you for tuning in. I need you to share this video on all your platforms. And always remember this, it's not how much you know, it's how much you care. And guess what? There is a lone wolf in you, and we intend on bringing that wolf out. With that said, have a great day. I'll talk to you soon. Lone wolf out of here.